Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm gonna show you how I use these lights to get these shots. I bet you must wonder what kind of light is this. So this is a Zhiyun Cinepeer CM15. So this is a full color video light, pocket video light. It's very small. It can literally fit in your pocket. So if you follow my channel for a while, you might know that I mainly shoot portraits either in studio or on location. So most time I use with a strobe light. You might wonder, is a 15 watt gonna work? Well, let me tell you this, if you want to shooting during the daytime or trying to use it to compete with the sun, it's just not going to work. But keep in mind, we don't always dealing with bright ambient. Sometimes we have to deal with dark ambient. So when you're shooting with dark ambient, that's when the video light comes really handy. So let me tell you why. So first, so strobe lights, they have two problems when you're dealing with dark ambient. The first is because ambient is very low, and then you might find out that your light is too strong even if you're shooting with the lowest power. Actually, I have many of my subscribers mentioned this on the comments or email me talking about this issue before. That's the one thing, because the strobes is too strong. The second thing is when the strobe is daylight balance. So when you're dealing with dark ambience, the ambient light, the color start changing. It's no longer like a daytime anymore. So it's not 5500K anymore. Many times you might find out you had to make the color cooler, like 65 or 7,000, 6500 or 7000K color temperature. But with strobe, your only option was be just use the gel, or you have to fix in the post editing. None of these solutions are ideal because it just, for me, I just don't like to deal with these, spend the actual work to deal with this. This is when video light comes to very handy, and especially for video light like this is full color, which allow you to adjust to the light to any color you want. It's very handy to adjust the color, then you can really get it right on camera. And then of course, as I mentioned, like a strobe is way too strong, but with a video light, it allows you to adjust the light to very, very minimal power, and then you can still blend your light with the dark ambient, get a natural look. So it's a really good benefit. There's another benefit for this light is because it's so lightweight, and this thing is so tiny, and basically like if you put 3 or 4 lights together, maybe 5, and it still weighs less than like a small flash. So this allows you to shoot with multiple light sources and still being portable. I always shooting solo. I don't have assistants, so when I shoot with a strobe light, I basically shooting with one light, and sometimes I use 2 lights. When I use 2 lights, I still attach 2 lights on the same light stand. It's just because strobe light, even though I shooting with like a 200, 250 watt light, small strobe, it's still kind of heavier, considering you have to attach the spring ring and the saw box to it. The setup could be heavier. So I try to avoid the heavyweight. I usually just shoot maximum 2 lights and then attach the same light stand. But with these lights, it changed everything, because I don't mind to carry extra light stand anymore, because these basically just a weightless. This is lighter than the speed ring I use. And the only issue might be, okay, so how can you attach a saw box with a light like these? So that could be a problem. But remember, you can always attach umbrella to these lights. Umbrella is the most forgiving light modifier. It's so cheap, it's so easy to set up, and you can mount umbrella to any lights. So for this photo shoot, I decided I use 3 lights, which is something I've never done when shooting on location, when I'm shooting solo. And I'm not gonna just simply attach 2 lights on the same light stand anymore. I'm gonna use different light stand, allow me to put each individual lights far from each other, which gave me more control of the quality of the light and get the effect that I want. Okay, so let's take a look at the photo shoot. So in the first photo shoot, what I did is we were shooting outdoor, and it's around 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. And the ambient you can see is still kind of bright. While we're in Canada, we're up in north. So summertime, we got like, it probably won't get dark till like 8:30 or even 9. So it's still kind of bright outside. And then So I was a little bit concerned about this 15 watt lights won't be able to match the ambient, but end up is okay. So I think it's shooting like 80 to 90% of the power, and for the particular setup. But I do have to adjust the color temperature to around 65 to 7000 K in order to make the color temperature of the ambient. I want the light to be soft and subtle, because when we're shooting with low ambient, there's no sun anymore. There's no harsh natural light source anymore. So all the lights are soft. You definitely want your light to be soft as well to get a natural look. So I use 2 light setup. The top of the light is a small umbrella. The key light is a small umbrella. The field light is an oval shaped umbrella. It doesn't matter if you use an oval shaped umbrella or use a regular umbrella, you're gonna have pretty much the same result. Then the second one, we move indoor. When we move indoor, I definitely need to change the color temperature, because I need to make sure my light match the indoor light, which is tungsten light. So this time I have to adjust the color temperature to 2500 K. And then I use 3 light setup. The reason I use 3 light setup is because for this particular shot is a close-up shot. I want to make the catch light on the eyes look more interesting, because you just see the model's face more clearly. I want to make the catch light more interesting. So add a 3 light setup. Other than the key light and the field light, which is the 2 umbrellas, and then add another 3rd light, which is just a bare bulb light with no light modifier, a pointing straight at the light, pretty much just right beside the camera. And the reason to do this is because there are 2 reasons doing this. The first is it works a little bit as the field light, it adds a little bit field light on the shadow side. What I mean shadow side is the side that's facing the window. You can clearly tell by the color difference. The other thing is it adds a little bit more catch lights to the eye. So that will make it, things look more interesting, as I mentioned. So this is the 3 light setup. The next shot, what we did is we moved by the stairs. And so I want to use, if you watch my previous video talking about the composition, there's one thing I mentioned, like when you're shooting outdoor, you choose something like more like reflective, like a glass, water, things like that. So I like the glass by the side of the stairs. So I want to, just incorporate that into the shot just to make it more interesting. So what I did is I use a 3 light setup. This time the key light is the umbrella, the field light is the oval shaped umbrella, and then I attach the 3rd light onto the same light as the key light. I just clamp the light to the light stand, 2 lights on the same light stand, and then the 3rd light with no light modifier, again work as a catch light, and also at the same time just add a little bit of field light to the shadow side. And then again, we move a little bit lower, and this is another shot, and basically just from different angle, and the model stands like slightly different position. Same things, exactly the same light setup, and just slightly adjust the light to a different angle because my camera angle changed a little bit too. On the previous shot, I also want to mention that the results are quite interesting because you can clearly see the color difference between the light over the ambient, which is outdoor light, which is quite much bluer, and then compared with the light on the model's face is much warmer, is a complementary color, and then just make your subject more stand out. So then the last one, what I did is we moved to the other side to the stairs. So this time I want to do is a full length shot. When I do the full length shot, usually you need to move your light a little bit away from your subject, and they usually require to increase your light output. Sometimes it could be even up to between half to full stop brighter. So I was a little bit concerned about, again, the light's not going to be bright enough, considering I'm bouncing the light back to the subject, and then the umbrella is not a large umbrella, but still is pretty big comparing to the beauty dish I normally use or the straight box. And that was okay, and I checked it's around like 75 to 80% for the key light. The field light is even lower, around 50%. So for that, and then I can even get the full length shot, and then with proper match between my light and ambient light. Again, the color temperature is still 2500 K, which is I think is the right color temperature because I want to mimic the tungsten light to make it look like this light is just a part of the tungsten light on the ceiling or something, give that natural look. And I like the soft light look. Soft light look is usually the go-to look for shooting indoor or shooting with low ambient. When I'm shooting outdoor with like blending with harsh sun, sometimes I prefer use slightly harsher light because kind of like make the quality match. But it's a different story when you're shooting indoor and or dealing with the low ambient. So the summary. So after this photo shoot, it just making me even more realize the importance of the quality of the light versus the quantity of the light. And many times the quality is more important, or maybe way more important than the quantity of the light. It's very easy to make things brighter, achieve the brightness using strobe light, but many times we just need to make sure the light is the right quality. It has to be the right color with the right level of softness and coming from the right location, right position. Okay, so this is what I want to show you, how to use a video light to shoot portrait on location. If you want to learn more about how to blend artificial light with ambient light and get a natural look, check out my online course. I'll leave a link on the description below. I also leave a link about this light if you want to check it out. It's a pretty cool light, like what I said, it's super lightweight and it's a full color and extremely portable. I would say, after this photo shoot, I kind of think this can be my go-to light setup for the night photo shoot, and I don't mind carrying like 4 or 5 of these in my camera bag, and then carrying a 1 or 2 extra light stand. That really not that much of actual work, because the design is so small, and then you really don't need a super heavy light stand. The one I use is those cheap Amazon light stand. I think I paid $20. They're definitely not a good light stand for using any strobes, but with these lights, it's perfect. It's more than enough. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.